Then I believed, because the spiders are this big and the frogs are this big, and
How big are the frogs?
just everything looks insane.
Just minutes ago, an unusual and disturbing discovery was made in the heart of the Congo, an untouched and unexplored land where no man has ever walked. Forbidden to scientists and adventurers, this mysterious jungle conceals lethal animals, deadly viruses, and haunting tales. Countless people have vanished just 5 miles into its lush depths. What horrors lurk in the shadows of these sinister forests? Join us as we uncover the terrifying truth behind these mysterious disappearances. The stubborn spirit of Congo. This onslaught of illness has caused death rates to climb, putting immense strain on a healthcare system that was already teetering on the edge of functionality. International bodies like the United Nations and UNICEF have even had to declare that the country's healthcare system was virtually on life support. The medical facilities, suffering from a lack of modern equipment and insufficient funding, seemed always on the verge of collapse. Children, unfortunately, have borne the brunt of several health crises. They've been thrust into a battle for survival against these ruthless diseases, fighting for their lives when they should be enjoying their childhoods. The international community watched, possibly feeling sympathy mixed with a sense of helplessness. Yet the people of Congo continued to show remarkable resilience. Their ability to keep fighting under such dire conditions is not only inspiring, but also serves as a poignant reminder of the human spirit's capacity to endure against all odds. Congo has also been the backdrop for some truly astonishing tales, such as the story of a giant serpent. This story begins in 1959 when a Belgian pilot and his crew, flying over the dense jungles of Congo, reported seeing an enormous snake. This snake was said to be 50 feet long, much larger than any known python, which can grow up to about 20.5 feet. The snake they described was brownish-green with a head 3 feet long, and it was even seen launching itself 3 meters into the air. The pilot and his crew weren't just any observers. They included a Belgian colonel known for his reliability, which lent credibility to their report. They even took photographs to document this extraordinary find. Despite this, the story remains hard for many to believe, falling into a gray area between reality and the kind of legend typically found in remote, unexplored regions. These stories, whether they are tragic tales of a public health disaster or curious accounts of jungle giants, paint a picture of a country that is both beautiful and beset by immense challenges. They reflect the complexities of a nation that, despite everything, continues to survive and compel the world's attention with its remarkable narratives of survival and curiosity. The Democratic Republic of Congo often finds itself at the center of stories that blur the lines between the believable and the extraordinary. Consider the tale of an unusually large snake reported by Belgian pilot Van Lierde and his team. They claim to have spotted a snake in Congo's jungles that was about 50 feet long, far larger than the largest pythons, which typically grow to about 20.5 feet. The story was supported by photos and the testimony of credible witnesses, including a respected colonel. Despite this, many people were hesitant to fully believe it. The account has since been wrapped in debates about its authenticity, with opinions divided on whether to accept it as truth or dismiss it as a fanciful tale. On a similar note, another bizarre discovery from the Congo has captured worldwide attention: the discovery of electrically charged stones in the Mangano region. Videos shared online showed local people demonstrating how these stones emit sparks when pressed together, and even power light bulbs. One video claimed that just a gram of these stones could light a bulb for 72 hours, while another showed larger stones being used to weld a tool. These spectacles sparked widespread fascination and a flurry of theories suggesting these stones might contain a previously unknown mineral or element. However, as these videos gained popularity, skepticism also grew. Critics argued that it's impossible for stones to store electrical energy and suggested that the demonstrations might have involved hidden power sources or tricks with energy manipulation. They pointed out that if the stones truly possessed such remarkable properties, researchers and experts would be eager to study them in proper scientific settings rather than just speculate based on online videos. The heart of Congo, where the landscapes are as rich as they are mysterious, tales of unusual stones and giant snakes capture the imagination and skepticism of many. This region, known for its dense forests and vast rivers, often serves as the backdrop for extraordinary claims that defy conventional understanding of the natural world. Such stories not only stir curiosity, but also embody the human desire to explore the unknown. Next, we explore a land where wealth glitters and poverty shadows. The devastating reality of Congo's gold rush. A mountain overflowing with gold catches the eye of the world. This spectacle seems like a dream, a place where fortunes are made overnight. Photographs taken by travelers show off the mountain's riches, presenting an image of a land blessed with abundance. Yet, as people from around the globe rush to witness and gain from this spectacle, they use simple tools like shovels and even their bare hands to extract the precious metal. This glittering mountain draws crowds, each individual eager to grab a piece of wealth for themselves, to feel the cold metal, and perhaps take some home. This image of Congo as a treasure-filled nation contrasts sharply with a harsher reality. Despite such natural wealth, Congo is still ranked among the poorest nations in Africa. The vast gold resources have not translated into prosperity for the majority of its people. The sad truth is that the local communities, those who live in the shadow of the Golden Mountain, benefit the least. While the news of this gold-rich mountain might suggest a land of opportunity, the reality for most locals is a daily struggle with poverty. The contrast between the mountain's riches and the community's poverty highlights a deep inequality. The wealth from the gold benefits a few, often those already wealthy and powerful, while the local people remain impoverished. Government forces have stepped in, supposedly to regulate the chaotic gold rush. They are tasked with overseeing the mining operations to ensure order and safety. Yet, this intervention has also stopped all mining activities temporarily, with promises to resume once proper management practices are established. It remains to be seen whether these future regulations will address the needs of the local community or merely impose controls that benefit those in power. Amid this exploitation and conflict, there are whispers of an old prophecy suggesting that the greed and destruction brought by this gold rush could lead to dire consequences. Although such prophecies are often viewed with skepticism, they underscore the potential for significant and lasting damage to both the community and the environment if the current practices continue unchecked. The real story here is not just the visible wealth of the Gold Mountain, but the hidden costs associated with extracting it. It is a story about the disparity between the apparent prosperity that natural resources can bring and the ongoing poverty experienced by those who live right beside them. It raises critical questions about who truly benefits from natural wealth and at what cost to the people and the land itself. Photographs of unusual creatures and baffled onlookers continue to puzzle many who struggle to explain these peculiar sights. Figuring out when these events occurred is challenging because there are so many documented expeditions, all recorded on camera and preserved in archives. For some, these photographs are valued heirlooms from ancestors, echoing tales of distant adventures. Consider the story of Attilio Gatti, an Italian explorer whose journeys with his servant were captured in old photographs. Around 1930, Gatti appears in a photograph with two helpers, with a camera recording the moment. The photo shows an odd-looking animal at the brink of escape. It's a gorilla, noticeably larger than typical local varieties, captured by the camera as it prepared to run. This gorilla, believed to be either one of the last of its kind or a solitary figure stripped of its community, cuts a lonely figure against the dense Congo backdrop. This photograph has sparked interest among many, drawing hunters and adventurers to the region, all keen to explore more of the jungle that hides much from the world. However, the true backstory and fate of such creatures are largely unknown. buried under layers of speculation and half-truths. Moving from living creatures to man-made objects, the silver monolith in the capital of Congo has also attracted considerable attention. Similar structures have appeared worldwide, creating a mix of admiration and skepticism. In Kinshasa, a monolith appeared suddenly, its shiny, smooth surface catching everyone's eye and drawing crowds. From scientists to everyday sightseers, people have come to study or simply look at this puzzling structure. Like its counterparts in Utah, Turkey, and California, its purpose remains unclear. The monolith in Utah was notably rough, with signs of quick assembly, suggesting it was put together hastily. Its reason for being, like those of its counterparts, remains unknown. In Kinshasa, some locals, overwhelmed by the unexpected attention and perhaps unsettled by deeper concerns, even set the monolith on fire soon after it appeared. Meanwhile, the police moved quickly to protect the site, making sure people could safely observe it. Whether these monoliths will disappear or continue to appear in other places is still unknown, as researchers tirelessly seek any leads on their origins and purposes. The intrigue continues, pointing to a universal desire for understanding in a world filled with more questions than answers. Venturing into the vast Congo is a daunting task, fraught with danger at every turn. Despite these challenges, a group of explorers recently made a fascinating find far from any human settlements, about 31,000 miles away. In fact, they discovered a remote area where few animals dare to venture, for it is fiercely guarded by a large community of chimpanzees. This place remains untouched by human development, allowing the natural vegetation to thrive wildly, creating a scene that seems almost otherworldly. These chimpanzees have had little to no contact with people, which perhaps explains their aggressive reactions to any human or animal that encroaches on their territory. Researchers estimate that this area is home to over 1,000 chimpanzees, living independently and representing a significant diversity of species. Attempts by scientists to study these chimps and understand how they interact with their environment have so far yielded more questions than answers. One particularly interesting behavior noted among these chimpanzees is their unusual practice of building nests on the ground. It appears this may be a strategic choice to capture giant African snails, which are a major part of their diet. These snails are not only large, but also carnivorous, and the chimps seem to have developed a method to exploit them effectively. The fact that such a large number of chimpanzees can coexist in one place is both unusual and intriguing to primatologists and ecologists. Their discovery has sparked a wave of excitement among the scientific community, leading to a surge in research aimed at uncovering more about their lifestyle and ecological impact. This find prompts further questions about the complexities of their social structures and survival tactics. Now, let's look at the untamed life hidden far from human touch. Is it prosperity or inevitable death? As research continues, scientists are eager to delve deeper into understanding these primates' behaviors, dietary preferences, and social hierarchies. Such studies are critical not only for academic knowledge, but also for conservation efforts, as understanding these chimpanzees' needs and behaviors is key to protecting them and their habitat effectively. The ongoing exploration of this unique chimpanzee haven in the Congo is expected to provide invaluable insights into the adaptability and resilience of these fascinating animals in one of the planet's most challenging environments. Exploring the jungle has always been seen as a bold move, steeped in the thrill of discovery. Yet, it seems every into these wilds is just another chance to claim a new discovery for those from far-off lands. One such tale involves the dingonek, also known as the jungle walrus. This creature is described with an array of unbelievable features. It has scaly skin, saber-like teeth, and a tail that resembles a scorpion's. According to accounts, this creature is quite large, measuring between 12 and 15 feet long, with huge tusks and a tail that looks something like a rigid, dog-like appendage. It's also said to have skin with spots similar to a leopard's and is covered in scales. The tale goes that this creature isn't just scary to look at, but is also dangerous, capable of producing a deadly toxin. John Jordan, who claimed to have seen it first in 1907, described an animal with a bizarre appearance that hardly seemed plausible, a beast with a neck oddly similar to a bingo drum. Despite doubts, a group of hunters once reported seeing this strange creature by the river, describing it as a mix between a whale and a leopard. Yet they couldn't conclusively identify it. The drama reached its peak when Jordan, terrified, allegedly shot the creature with a rifle designed for elephants. However, the creature supposedly jumped back into the water and disappeared into the forest. Despite efforts to track it down, no signs of the creature were found, not even footprints, which makes one question the truth behind these stories. Was this creature real, or just an exaggerated story crafted to spice up the already aura of the jungle? The grim reality of the Congo extends beyond these fantastical animal tales to the exploitation of its vast mineral wealth. The region is rich with minerals critical for modern technology: gold, bitumen, coal, cobalt, copper, tin, and titanium. These materials are essential for making everything from laptops to mobile phones. Cobalt, vital for our rechargeable batteries, lies at the center of this resource extraction, mined under conditions that are a stark reminder of harsh labor practices that border on modern-day slavery. The mining conditions are appalling, often below safety standards, and shockingly, even children as young as 10 are found working in these mines. They labor in dangerous conditions for what seems like a significant amount of money in a poverty-stricken region, but the cost to their health is immense. Prolonged exposure to dangerous chemicals leaves their health severely affected. Yet, amidst these harsh realities, there are emerging voices of hope, people calling for change and justice, pushing for a future where the wealth under the Congolese soil brings prosperity rather than suffering to the local people. Similarly, the discovery of the Congo's own Stonehenge has stirred up as much curiosity as it's biological. This series of stone structures, reminiscent of those in England, raises numerous questions about its creators and their intentions. Theories abound. Some believe these stones could be the work of an advanced civilization long forgotten, while others think they might just be natural formations. Regardless of the true explanation, these stones captivate the imagination of scholars and conspiracy theorists alike, each eager to uncover the reality of these structures. The heart of the Congo, where the dense forests harbor and the rivers twist through uncharted territories, legends such as the Dinganek thrive. This mythical creature, often described in captivating tales, embodies the allure of the unknown. Western audiences, hungry for tales of the exotic and the undiscovered, eagerly consume these stories which are packaged to feed their fascination. However, beneath the surface of these intriguing narratives lies a deeper, graver issue that often escapes attention. Let's dive into tales where truth and legend mix. The search for Congo's Kongamato. The Kongamato, often referred to as the Breaker of Boats, is a legendary creature believed to inhabit the marshy areas and dense forests near the Congo border. This creature, described with wings spanning 40 to 50 feet, is a source of fear among the local communities. It is depicted with a body resembling that of a reptile and a beak filled with sharp teeth, posing a significant threat to fishermen and villagers residing close to water bodies like lakes and rivers. Despite frequent claims of sightings by locals, who describe it as a massive bird-like or monstrous flying entity attacking those near water, there is a notable lack of photographic evidence or scientific confirmation of its existence. Such tales have circulated since the creature was first mentioned by traveler H. Malland in 1923, who encountered it during his travels in Africa and documented it through drawings. Critics, however, suggest these sightings might be cases of mistaken identity involving native animals, possibly embellished into folk stories over time. Transitioning to a conservation success story, the Gualugo Triangle within the Republic of Congo's National Park stands out for its unspoiled ecosystems and remarkable primate populations. Since the 1980s, researchers led by primatologist David Morgan have explored this rich biodiversity hotspot, highlighting its crucial role in studying primate behavior. The lush environment and towering trees of the area provide a sanctuary for various species, including gorillas, chimpanzees, birds, and forest elephants. The region is particularly significant for research on primates, offering a window into their complex social behaviors and interactions, which has profound implications for environmental conservation and understanding the intricate ecosystem dynamics in such remote areas. The world's darkest river in the Republic of Congo intrigues many with its deep, dark waters that absorb light, making it appear black. This unusual darkness is due to the high levels of dissolved organic material in the water. The river's expansive drainage area, much larger than Switzerland, contributes to its allure as it flows through the dense rainforest. The depth of the river and what lies beneath remain largely unknown, fueling speculation about the types of creatures that might exist in such an environment. Numerous exploratory missions and scientific studies have been undertaken to learn more about this river, yet much about it remains undiscovered, continuing to draw the curiosity of scientists and adventurers driven to uncover the facts behind its unique characteristics. The eastern part of the Democratic Republic of the Congo is well known for its many volcanoes. Some of the most notable are Mount Mikeno, Mount Nyamuragira, Nyiragongo, Mount Sabinyo, and Mount Karisimbi. These volcanoes were formed by the shifting of huge underground plates, creating an area prone to eruptions. The region is dominated by the Virunga Mountains, which are among the tallest in Africa and include the notorious Nyiragongo and Nyamuragira. These mountains are not just famous for their height, but also for their active volcanic nature. Mount Nyamuragira erupted most recently in 2021, continuing a history of frequent eruptions. Close by, Mount Nyiragongo is famous for its persistent lava lake, which is both a fascinating and frightening sight. The beauty of this natural phenomenon is overshadowed by the danger it represents to nearby communities, highlighted by a devastating eruption in 1977 that killed about 2,000 people, making it one of the deadliest in the region. Despite the risks, these eruptions bring some benefits, particularly to agriculture. The volcanic soil is rich in minerals, which makes the land extremely fertile and excellent for growing crops. This strange combination of danger and nourishment defines the existence of those living near these volcanoes, presenting a perfect example of how nature can be both a friend and a foe. Apart from its volcanic activity, the Congo is also a place of great biological interest, as shown by the recent discovery of the Lula monkey. This species, with its distinctive sorrowful golden eyes and human-like expressions, was discovered by biologist John in a remote part of the Congo. The Lula monkey's unique appearance has drawn significant attention from the scientific community, emphasizing the rich biodiversity of the Congo Basin and highlighting the area's crucial role in supporting a wide variety of wildlife. Following this discovery, researchers began studying the Lula monkey in depth, exploring how these monkeys live and interact in their natural environment. This research has provided valuable insights into the complex web of relationships that define the ecosystem in the Congo. Understanding these interactions helps scientists appreciate the full richness of life in the region and the intricate balance within these ecosystems. Now, the fight to save nature's beauty from human encroachment grows. Congo's unexplained phenomena. The discovery of the Lula monkey not only fuels curiosity, but also underscores the pressing issues of habitat destruction caused by human expansion. The shrinking habitat poses a severe threat to the survival of these unique creatures. As humans continue to move into wildlife areas, the need for effective conservation strategies becomes critical. These strategies are necessary to prevent human activities from destroying the habitats that many species depend on to survive. Conservationists are working harder than ever to develop ways to protect these areas, striving to maintain a balance that allows both human and wildlife populations to thrive. Their efforts are crucial in ensuring that the unique species of the Congo do not disappear due to human influence and neglect, preserving both the region's biodiversity and its ecological health. This ongoing battle between conservation and development is a crucial aspect of the struggle to safeguard the natural world for future generations. Peat bogs, those soggy expanses of decaying plant matter, predominantly moss, are nature's own spongy waterbeds. They typically form in cool climates where acidic water slows down the decay of plant material, turning the ground into a squishy repository of carbon-rich peat. Not exactly the ideal spot for a picnic, considering most plants can't thrive in such conditions, and the water-tinted brown from tannins isn't something you'd bottle and sell. The colossal peat bog found out in the Congo-Brazzaville area is an ecological titan, stretching over an area as large as England and packed with billions of tons of peat that dates back 10,000 years. While scientists marvel at the sheer volume of this ancient, soggy carbon cache, locals might find the bog less impressive, its vastness first confirmed not by foot but by satellite. Despite its challenging terrain and limited accessibility, making it tough for anyone to explore or work in, this peat bog has drawn the interest of a few adventurous souls. Perhaps it's the allure of uncharted territory or the thrill of navigating through a landscape that's both alien and inhospitable. The fact that it's home to a plethora of wildlife including gorillas, crocodiles, and elephants adds to its mystique. Access is restricted to a few dry months each year, lest you want to end up more bog than human. This place, spanning an ambiguous 40,000 to 80,000 square miles with layers of peat up to 7 meters deep, continues to pique the curiosity of those who wonder how such a massive expanse came to be. Then there's the Mahamba, a creature out of Congo's deeper legends, said to be a monstrous crocodile with a striking resemblance to the dinosaurs of yore. Imagine something that combines the terrifying features of a dinosaur and a crocodile, but outsizes and outpaces your average croc. This mythical beast, reputed to be up to 50 feet long, has reportedly been swallowing canoes whole since its first reported sighting in 1889. The Mahamba, said to consume anything fresh, including humans, is also known to dig extensive tunnels ranging from 50 to 1,000 meters for its resting spots. Tales tell of its extraordinary patience, lying in wait under the water's surface for the right moment to strike at large animals or unsuspecting boats with astonishing speed and ferocity. These stories of ancient predators, reminiscent of creatures from a bygone era, feed into the local lore, suggesting that this freshwater behemoth might be a distant cousin of dinosaurs. Still lurking in the shallows of the Congo River, the Mahamba remains elusive, with little solid information available about its exact whereabouts, despite the lingering fear it instills in those who live along the river. As time moves on, the hope to unravel the truth about this giant crocodile and pinpoint its location continues to stir the imagination and scientific interest. Amidst these tales of bogs and beastly crocs, there's the perplexing case of the incredible, inexplicable sound. For ages, both locals and scientists have been stumped by strange noises emanating from the heart of the Congo jungle. These sounds range from spooky, low-pitched rumblings to sharp, high-pitched cries that slice through the dense air, leaving a palpable sense of unease. Theories abound, with some attributing these noises to geological activities like shifting underground plates, while others speculate on atmospheric anomalies or experiments. Another captivating theory suggests these could be the cries of unknown species lost in the vast, unforgiving wilderness of the Congo. Amidst dense foliage and expansive terrain, pinpointing the origin remains a daunting task that could pose significant risks for any would-be explorer brave enough to venture deep into the jungle. While some entertain notions of spirits or other supernatural entities as possible sources, the scientific community remains divided. Without concrete evidence or a clear origin, these eerie sounds from the depths of the Congolese jungle continue to baffle and fascinate. As investigations persist, perhaps clarity will eventually emerge from the shadowy depths of this and wild region. What do you think is behind these haunting sounds? Supernatural forces or undiscovered natural phenomena? Comment your theories and don't forget to subscribe for more intriguing puzzles.